Anyone who's ever written anything has probably stared at the page or the screen and thought to themselves, is this any good? Writing can often feel like a solitary, almost isolating activity, but it's important to remember that writers don't necessarily have to be alone.
For nearly 3 decades, a gathering of storytellers has been paying tribute to this craft that encompasses endless genres and skill levels. Oh, and speaking of endless, there's going to be plenty of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
We are sitting down with Tara Elliott and Ron Souter. They are the co-chairs for Bay to the Ocean Writers Conference. Welcome to Historic Studio D.
Thank you so much for having us.
So let's start with the fact that this is your 29th year. What do you credit the longevity to?
I love Beta Ocean because it feels like coming home. You mentioned it, writing can be really, really isolating, and not everybody understands us. Our spouses in particular, as writers, never understand what we're doing or why we need to sit in quiet. And the writers at Beta Ocean Writers Conference understand that you need to be able to talk about writing endlessly, that you need endless amounts of coffee, of course, and you need to have that camaraderie-ship of just hanging out with writers. The energy is palpable at Beta Ocean, and I think that the longevity speaks to not only the quality of the sessions at Beta Ocean, but all the people that are there. I always feel that the people on the Eastern Shore are the most friendly people in the world, and that comes through at Beta Ocean for sure.
Wonderful. So Ron, how did you get involved with this conference?
Well, I moved here about 10 or 11 years ago, and writing is something I've always done. I'm a small book publisher, and when I found the Eastern Shore Writers Association, which sponsors Bay to Ocean, I was really thrilled. There are a lot of writers here on the shore throughout Delmarva, and poets, novelists, short story writers, essayists, journalists, nonfiction writers, and we have a great time when we get together.
So you have several different sessions. Can you profile some of them for us?
Yeah, absolutely. There are 31 sessions that writers can choose from at the conference, and they are in tracks, which is kind of a unique feature of any writers' conference. So if you're a poet, for example, you could go to all of the poetry sessions, or you could decide whether you want to go to the fiction sections, or you could mix and match and do whatever sessions feel important to whatever it is you're working on, which is fantastic. But we have sessions from so many different writers. Donna Hilbert, the noted poet from California, will be with us. She's flying in because she has Eastern Shore roots. We have Linda Blasky, who's the editor of Quartet, joining us. We have just so many different sessions that are going to be going on at Beta Ocean this year, and we're so excited about it.
And you talk a lot about local becoming legendary. What do you mean by that?
I think that may have been a specific reference to S.A. Cosby, who's going to be our keynote speaker. He's not local to the Eastern Shore, but he's local to the Chesapeake Bay. Sean Cosby grew up in southeastern Virginia, Gloucester and Matthews counties, and he's become a best-selling thriller novelist just in the last 5 or 6 years. But his first book was published with a limited run of 1,500 copies by one of our members, Austin Camacho. And that sort of was his start in what has turned into a very big league career. So he's based in the Chesapeake Bay. He hits the New York Times bestseller list. Barack Obama's production company is producing several of his books for Netflix, and he's really taken off. So legend, yeah, I think that fits that story.
So for writers or wannabe writers, what's the information? How can they get involved?
If you go to www.easternshorewriters.org, you will find out all about the conference. You can read all about every 31 session. You can find out more information about S.A. Cosby. The conference is on March 14th. And regular price for the day is $180, but it is the best $180 you've ever spent. And if you're a new writer, please don't feel intimidated, because we have new writers, we have writers that have been published in multiple places, magazines, many books. We have award-winning writers. And so all of our speakers are award-winning writers themselves. They've been in your shoes. They've started off where you are. And I don't ever want anybody to feel intimidated. So if you're a new writer, you're thinking of writing that family memoir that you've never ever kind of tapped into before, Beta Ocean Writers Conference is definitely some place that you can get the skills to help you out, no matter where you are in writing.
Sounds wonderful. And we'll have all that information on our website, DelmarvaLife.com. Click on what's happening today. Tara and Ron, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
have fun
Really
at the
appreciate it.
conference.
Our pleasure.